Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Jay Wilson. I'm a freelance consultant at Data Crew. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but I wanted to talk really quickly about skills, and this is my favorite skill. Now, full disclosure, I am not the originator of this skill. This skill was created by, let me cite my sources, Matt Pocock. I'll include a link to this skill, the Grill Me skill, below. But if you're not familiar with skills, please get familiar with skills. Skills are just markdown documents. It's just a text file that tells Claude how you want it to do work. And the Grill Me skill is truly one of my favorite and most used skills because anytime I'm about to kick off a large body of work or even a medium-sized body of work, or just think about something like, I don't know, doing landscaping around my house. I use the Grill Me skill so that Claude will ask me questions about my plan and force me to think about my plan. It's mega super easy to say, hey, I want to build a to-do app. But maybe it has more to it than just building an app. Maybe there's an infrastructure question. Maybe there's a deploy model. Maybe there's a multi-user aspect to your app that you haven't thought about. But Claude needs to know the answer to these questions before it can start developing. So to use a skill, super easy. You just go into Claude and you say /grill_me. That's if your skill is registered, and you can just Google how do I register a skill with Claude. It's pretty easy. But you could say grill me. I want to build an app, a to-do list app, and I'm just going to make something up, hosted on Vercel. Okay. The /grill_me is Claude shorthand for go find this skill called grill me. But if you don't have a skill loaded and registered, you can also literally just select all, copy, paste the code into chat and then push enter, and it will have the same outcome because Claude will know, oh yeah, you want me to ask some questions. What I tend to do is I will right click, copy relative path or copy path, whatever, and then I will pass in the skill via reference. That's how you use a skill. Super easy. It tells Claude how to do something you want it to do. Basically, anytime you would look at a junior developer or a junior whatever and just be like, hey, I want you to do something, they would say, oh yeah, great, love to. How would you like me to do that? That's what a skill is. One step back, my favorite skill is my update documentation skill. Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't remember if I wrote this. I know I didn't write this skill by hand. I don't remember where I adapted it from, but I do know I adapted it. So my update documentation skill, I will trigger this skill after I do a big round of development. So like I leave Claude running in YOLO mode overnight. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, hey, we need to update documentation. As you know, maintaining documentation for a big code base or for any kind of project is terrible. But with skills, you can make it a little bit better. So what does this do? Um, I actually have a couple different forms of documentation. I have skills, which we've talked about. And if I have a skill like authenticate with Google Drive, or if I have a skill like, um, what do I have a skill for? Research and archive. That's probably not a skill, that's probably a runbook. But anyway, if I have a skill that maybe changed over time, or maybe I'm saying, hey, Claude, you've really struggled to handle authentication, update the skill, update the instructions so that the next time we do this, it's a little bit easier, right? It might be useful to ask Claude to update skills if it's struggling on something. And for me, a skill is like, how do I interact with my code base? How do I interact with an API? How do I do something that's code forward? Whereas a runbook is exactly the same as a skill, only I treat it as something that an operator, a human user, or a workflow will use. First do this, then do that, then do that. So for example, if I had a task, optimize my magic ETL data flows, that could mean anything to a different number of people. Optimized data flows could just mean, I don't know, update, wow. Optimized data flows could just mean um, update the description and the version. It could also mean, hey, I want you to reorganize all of the tiles so they're sorted and they look nice. It could also mean um, switch from using this old tile to a formula tile. Optimized data flow could mean anything. And again, depending on you and your use case, you might ask somebody to do it slightly differently. But that's what, for me, the run book is for. What is Jay Wilson's definition of how he wants something done? I also use runbooks to demonstrate how something works in my code. So I am working on a Comfy UI integration that like generates images. So I have a sample which would usually have gone in the /docs folder or the /sample folder. I put them in my create runbook folder so they're all in the same place. And so here you can see I have a runbook for export a Google Doc tab or troubleshoot Olama because Olama gives me so much trouble. Or sync with Google Drive, right? These are tasks that a human would usually have to do, but now that I can automate because it's a series of steps one after another. Okay. The other side of using runbooks, in addition to like giving it instructions, is you can have your workflow. And again, you can choose whatever words you want, but in this case, it's saying, hey, when I talk about updating documentation, I want you to start by listing the files that you touched. Once you've listed the files that you've touched, look for coverage. Do we already have a skill? Do we already have a runbook that has a similar name? Do we have a plan? If we have any of those things, cross-link so we don't duplicate, or extend the documentation, and if there's no coverage, create the missing artifact, right? So like, again, how would you explain to a junior developer or a junior human how to do update documentation? What are the things you would ask them to cover? I hear friends say all the time, like, ah, man, I hate AI. It's never as good as when I do it. Yeah, duh. Of course, it's not as good as you when you do it. But the point is that if you can write down what you do, maybe AI will get there close enough, like 75, 85%. And after it creates the skill or the run book, you can go back and look at it and be like, ooh, I want to massage this language. But I hate taking the first draft. So I love using skills to get that done. All right, that's me. Yeah, I will put some links in the description below, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.